A very good afternoon to you all, and welcome to this special briefing on the visit of the King of Jordan to India. As you are aware, we are still in the middle of a hectic day of the visit. The King of Jordan had engagement earlier today, and he also had several engagements yesterday. And to brief you on the elements of the program as well as on the discussions which took place earlier today morning, I have with me Secretary ER, you are familiar with him, Mr. Tirumurthy, Joint Secretary WANA, Mr. Bala Bhaskar, and our Ambassador in Jordan, Subhadarshini Tripathi. After the briefing, we will have time for some question and answer session. So, sir, the floor is yours.
Thank you for coming. Let me at the outset thank all of you for your presence this morning at the special event in Vigyan Bhavan. His Majesty King Abdullah of the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan is currently in India on a state visit. This is His Majesty's second visit to India. His first visit was in 2006. When he arrived on the 27th of February, the Prime Minister himself had received him at the airport on arrival. And this gesture was deeply appreciated. This morning, he was given a ceremonial welcome at the Rashtrapati Bhavan. He then paid homage at Rajghat. This was followed by a special address by His Majesty on Islamic heritage, promoting understanding and moderation at Vigyan Bhavan. The special event was hosted by the India Islamic Cultural Center in New Delhi. Prime Minister also delivered an address on this occasion. The Urdu edition of the book, A Thinking Person's Guide to Islam, the essence of Islam in 12 verses from the Quran, was presented to His Majesty by the Prime Minister. The book was translated into Urdu by Maulana Muhammad Madni, General Secretary, Jamaat Ulama al-Hind. As you are aware, the event was telecast live, and we are truly grateful to His Majesty for agreeing to deliver this special address on this very important occasion and share his thoughts on the true message of Islam. We have just concluded the meeting of His Majesty with the Prime Minister, who also hosted a lunch in his honor. 12 MOUs, agreements, have been exchanged in the presence of these two leaders. These MOUs cover a wide range of areas, including defense cooperation, setting up of Center of Excellence in Jordan by CDAC, twinning agreement between Petra and Agra, which are heritage sites, agreements covering areas of health, culture, mutual assistance in customs, long-term supply of rock phosphate, mass communications, media, manpower, visa waiver, and setting up of a Hindi chair in the University of Jordan. During his meeting with the Prime Minister thanked His Majesty for the latter's extremely warm reception when Prime Minister visited Jordan earlier in February. His Majesty had gone out of his way to return from a visit abroad, specially to receive our Prime Minister, and that too on a holiday at his own residence. Both leaders renewed their support and commitment to the Palestinian cause. His Majesty was appreciative of our Prime Minister undertaking a stand-alone visit to Palestine through Amman. he commended the role India is playing in the region. Both leaders welcome the signing of the MOU on defense cooperation. There is keenness on both sides to take this cooperation further, and we are in the process of exploring avenues for enhancing our cooperation. We are also looking at closer security cooperation, keeping in mind the tremendous experience which Jordan has in the region. You may recall that we started our first bilateral security dialogue in July 2016, and we hope to progress this further. One of the areas identified was cyber security. His Majesty had also earlier visited the National Security Guard Training Center at Manesar, where he was given a demonstration of their capabilities in counterterrorism. This was greatly appreciated by the Jordanian side. Subsequently, a presentation on the advanced light helicopters was also made to His Majesty. Economic relations naturally remain an important focus of this visit, and both leaders agreed to explore possibilities of cooperating in assisting Africa. Prime Minister mentioned about India's developmental assistance to Africa to the tune of US $10 billion in lines of credit. His Majesty has had a very large business delegation with him, and they had meetings with their counterparts in India. In the afternoon yesterday, His Majesty met a select group of CEOs in a meeting organized by FICCI. His Majesty highlighted the investment opportunities in Jordan and invited Indian businessmen to take advantage of Jordan's strategic location and its free trade agreements in North America, Europe, and Arab countries. He also addressed the business forum jointly organized by FICCI, CII, and ASSOCHAM, where the Honorable Commerce and Industry Minister was also present. His Majesty acknowledged the synergies between India and Jordan, and during the meeting, many sectors were identified for cooperation, including IT, mining, tourism, retail, and renewables. Yesterday, the External Affairs Minister had called on His Majesty. His Majesty also visited IIT Delhi yesterday morning, where he was given a presentation. An MOU was signed between IIT Delhi and Al Hussein Technical University of Jordan. Later this evening, the Honorable Vice President will be calling on His Majesty, after which His Majesty will call on the President of India, who will also host a banquet in his honor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your briefing. Before we move to the next round of the Q&A, just wanted to share that the list of MOUs with the synopsis is already available on the website. And the Prime Minister's speech is also available, both the Hindi text as well as the video. Now the floor is open to questions. Akhilesh ji, Madhurendra, and then.
So, when the Prime Minister was going to Palestine, Jordanian king met him on the transit visit. So the visit was decided after meeting the Prime Minister, or it was pre-decided, this visit?
The visit?
This visit was decided earlier, or?
No, this visit was very much on the cards. And however, Prime Minister extended his invitation personally to His Majesty when he met him there, and which was readily accepted.
So Prashant from the PTI. Sir, a pact on defense cooperation was signed. Could you throw some more light on this? Because Jordan is known to have a robust de-radicalization program. Are we having any collaboration or something on that lines?
Let me just say that this is a framework agreement, and it's a MOU on defense cooperation. Naturally, it is an agreement where several areas of cooperation are delineated, where the two countries will explore what are the avenues which can be taken to take it forward. At this point of time, I don't think that there is anything very specific which was decided. But as I mentioned, His Majesty had also visited and had a presentation on the ALH, and there were also other areas of interest which they are looking at. As I mentioned some time earlier, there was a defense delegation which had in fact come from Jordan in December 2017. And they had a discussion on a range of issues. And we are just hoping that after the important visit of His Majesty, we will be able to actually zero in on areas in which we can cooperate.
So, supplementary question. Maybe later. Madhurendra.
सर, आपने आतंकवाद को लेकर दोनों देशों के बीच की जो प्रतिबद्धता है उसकी बात कही, और आपने बताया कि किंग के बीच में और पीएम के बीच में इसको लेकर बातचीत हुई है। यहाँ तक कि जो एनएसजी विजिट इन्होंने किया, उस दौरान भी देखा कि आतंकवाद को लेकर लड़ने में हमारी कितनी सक्षमता है। इसके बारे में डिटेल में बताएंगे कि दरअसल बात क्या हुई, कॉपरेशन क्या होगा टेररिज्म से लड़ने के फील्ड में दोनों देशों के बीच, और किस तरह के शेयरिंग जो हैं वो खासतौर पे एक्सपीरियंसेस के किए जाएंगे या फिर वेपन्स या बाकी चीज़ों के किए जाएंगे।
See, terrorism was naturally a matter of a great concern for both countries, and both the leaders discussed the issue of terrorism. His visit to the NSG training center at Manisa included a demonstration of the capabilities of NSG, and His Majesty was very impressed with the demonstration, and he mentioned as such to our Prime Minister that he was impressed with our capabilities. The Jordanian side has a lot of experience in this matter, and both the countries are resolved to cooperate in terrorism. The leaders had synergy of views on counter-terrorism and other issues on this matter.
Third row.
Thiru, you mentioned India, the Jordanian king being appreciative of what India was doing in the region. Could you please elaborate a little on that in terms of, I mean, other than the bilaterals, what is India doing in the region? Is there any specific mediation that they're planning on doing, or what is it?
No, this was actually in the context of Palestine. So he was he mentioned very clearly to our Prime Minister that India has an international role, and he felt that India's role in the region was very significant. There was nothing very specific which was discussed in response to your question. I don't think they discussed the specifics, but he appreciated the fact that we had done our standalone visit to Palestine, and that we enjoy credibility with both sides. I think that was underlined. No, I'm not able to speculate on that, but as of that part of it never came up for discussion.
Smita?
On the security discussions, in India we keep having these conflicting reports about the presence of Islamic State. Is there any inputs provided by the Jordanian side given their experience, or what is their assessment really of the kind of IS threat that this region and particularly India faces?
See, we had this, the first security dialogue in 2016, where our Deputy National Security Advisor and their head of the General Intelligence, they had started this security dialogue. And I think many aspects of security were definitely covered during this meeting. And they also decided to explore the possibility of opening liaison offices in both countries at the time. The second edition of this bilateral exercise is due this year. So at this point of time, we certainly want to benefit from the experience of Jordan, because the position of Jordan is such that it is in a very volatile area. And but when it comes to the discussion between the two Prime Minister and His Majesty, I think the specifics were not gone into, except their strong support to continue the security dialogue and take it further.
Sridhar, you still have your question? Yeah.
So are we to presume that the Jordanians have put in a specific request? I mean, they have a specific interest in acquiring the ALH Dhruv. Have they indicated at what stage is it?
No, they have not indicated that they are in looking at ALH for procurement.
Okay.
It is just that His Majesty knows our capabilities. So this is one of the, you must also understand his background. And as you know, he's also a qualified paratrooper. He's been a Cobra helicopter pilot himself. So naturally, he has an interest in this. So therefore, looking at ALH, he knows our capabilities. And so there was an interest in seeing it. But there is, at this point of time, they are not contemplating any acquisition of ALH.
Ranjit ji, ho gaya? Who's next? Siddhant.
So Jordan is hosting a lot of refugees from Syria and Iraq. Did the Jordanian side ask for any kind of help in any way? And the second question is on the 39 missing Indians. Did that issue also crop up during the discussions?
See, there are about 1.3 million Syrian refugees in Jordan. This is in addition to refugees who had earlier come from Iraq, and of course a lot of Palestinian refugees who had come earlier. So therefore, yes, Jordan needs assistance. You would recall that last year we had given them a donation, cash donation of $2 million. And this gesture of India was deeply appreciated. And what we plan to do this year, and particularly during this visit, that we will be giving them assistance worth $5 million in the form of vaccines and medicines. That did not come up during the discussions. Now, this is something which they had been asking the international community. So it's not just one aspect, because there are several aspects which they were asking the international community. And we, given our own strength in providing medicines and other things, we have decided to give them vaccines and a medicine for about $5 million.
If there are no more questions, we come to the end of this special briefing. Thank you all for joining. And before we end, I wish you all a very colorful Holi, which is tomorrow. And I would also like to thank the Secretary here and Joint Secretary and our Ambassador in Jordan for coming to this briefing. Thank you very much.